Hi, my name is Saddam Fikla Ghazali, NIM C30109230066, and this is my submission for critical thinking and problem solving. So today I want to talk about something we all interact with literally every day, scrolling Instagram or TikTok, celebrity endorsements, and honestly break down whether we're actually thinking critically about it or just vibing off of who's famous. Okay, so first question. How do I usually figure out if a product is actually legit before I buy it? Real talk, I don't just trust a pretty face on a poster. My checklist is basically three things. First, I check if it's BPOM registered, if it's skincare, food, or supplements. That's non negotiable for me, especially living in Indonesia, where there's honestly a lot of abal products floating around online. Second, I go straight to reviews. Not the five-star ones on the seller's own page, those are basically fake half the time. I mean, actual reviews on places like Female Daily, or even just searching the product name plus review on TikTok and seeing what regular users, not paid influencers, are saying. Third, I ask myself if the claim even makes logical sense. Like, if a moisturizer is claiming it'll make you lose weight, that's already a red flag. No critical thinking degree needed for that one. Second question. Have I ever bought something purely because of who was endorsing it? Honestly, yes. I bought a tube of Cough face wash purely because I saw an ad with Rio Duanto endorsing it. I didn't even check the ingredients to see if it matched my specific skin type or look up any independent dermatologist's opinions. I just saw him looking sharp in the commercial, trusted his cool guy persona, and immediately grabbed it at the mini market. And looking back, that's actually a bit of a critical thinking fail on my part, because I let his credibility and image as a celebrity basically substitute for me doing my own due diligence on the product itself. It worked out fine that time and didn't break me out, but that's more luck than good process, NGL. Now for the case study. I picked Jerome Polin because if you're a college student in Indonesia, there's basically zero chance you haven't seen him. Nihongo Mantapu, Mantapu Corp. The guy graduated from Waseda with a perfect 4.00 GPA, and he's been the face of Samsung's Galaxy campaigns, plus Frisian Flag and Promag before that. Would I actually buy the Galaxy phone because of him? Honestly, kind of, but not blindly. His endorsement makes me curious enough to open the product page because his whole personal brand is built on being disciplined and academically legit, which does transfer some trust. But I wouldn't check out and pay just because he's holding it in a photo. I'd still go compare specs against, say, an iPhone or a Xiaomi in the same price range because being smart in math doesn't automatically make someone a phone hardware expert. So, yes, I'd consider it, but the endorsement is what gets my attention, not what closes the sale. My honest opinion on this whole strategy, it works because of something called the halo effect, where one positive trait, like Jerome being smart, glows onto something totally unrelated, like a phone's camera quality. Brands know this. That's literally why they pay these insane endorsement fees instead of just spending it all on R&D. I don't think it's inherently manipulative or evil, it's just marketing 101. But I do think it puts more responsibility on us as consumers to separate I like this person from this product is actually good, because those are two completely different questions that ads are specifically designed to blur together. Last point. How do I actually apply critical thinking to this stuff instead of just going with my gut? For me, it comes down to catching myself when I'm using appeal to authority or appeal to popularity as a shortcut. Like, he's famous and smart, so the product must be good is technically a logical fallacy, even if it feels intuitive. So I try to actually separate the source from the claim. Is the endorser genuinely qualified to speak on this specific product category, or are they just famous in general? Is there actual independent evidence, reviews, lab tests, BPOM registration backing the claim, or is the celebrity's face the entire argument? And is there any financial motive I should discount for? Because obviously, every endorser is getting paid, so their opinion isn't neutral by default. Basically, critical thinking here just means pausing that one extra second before checkout and asking, would I still want this if a random unknown person was the one endorsing it? So, yeah, that's my take. Celebrity endorsements aren't inherently a scam, but they're designed to make us skip steps mentally. And the whole point of critical thinking is refusing to skip those steps. Thanks for watching. This has been Saddam Fikla Ghazali, NIM C301092300066 for critical thinking and problem solving.